a sink basket leaked, and I didn't catch it until the bottom of my cabinet had pooled up with water. The water ran out here and it seeped down below this oak stick and this melamine. And the melamine swole up. I just sanded it back down to where it's close to the level of the oak. But it swole up like a 1/16 of an inch. It soaked up water like a sponge, and here it actually broke. It swole up to where it broke the melamine. So I've sanded everything smooth and wiped it down with acetone, and I'm fixing up a dam to put here in front of my cabinet, and I'm going to fill this with epoxy resin. I couldn't get a good seal between my metal yardstick and the oak, bleeding edge of the oak. I can see daylight in places, and I'm afraid that if I do it this way, I'll just have epoxy resin pouring out on my kitchen floor. Probably wouldn't be a good idea. So I cut some plastic sticks to fit in here, and I'll set these in silicone, and they will be the actual epoxy resin dam, and my yardstick is just going to be the support for them. I'm concerned about the epoxy not adhering to the melamine. So I put some screws, flathead screws, with the head sticking up. These little guys, and I just sunk them to right there, thinking that the epoxy would flow around the heads and form a mechanical anchor so that the epoxy resin can't raise up off the bottom of my counter. I put several along the front edge here, and then more out in the field. My hope is that the epoxy resin will stick to the melamine and the oak and not to the little plastic PVC dams. Now the fun begins. I mix some white tint in with the clear 2-part epoxy resin. Hope I mixed up enough. I want the resin to turn up a bit against the walls. Looks like it's deepest back there. I'll bring a little of that out here. Kind of fun to play in. I don't know if this is the way the experts do this, but I'm enjoying it. This is my first epoxy pour. Pretty darn exciting. So this is a low toxic product according to the label, and I've got a window open over here and a ceiling fan running in the bathroom, so that'll give some cross flow across here. I'm going to carry my buckets outside and call this done. It's early on day 2. I've had a little space heater running. It's an infrared heater pointed inside the cabinet, and I think it looks great. The epoxy just flowed out and filled the entire floor. Real smooth. So now I'm going to see if I can get this dam pulled away from it without damaging it. The metal yardstick came off fine. I had a leak yesterday, and it was pouring down here, and fortunately the resin thickened enough to where it stopped leaking. Apparently it was a real small hole. I'll need to ease this edge over a little bit. That's about it. It's been over a month since the cabinet repair. The epoxy resin looks to be a good long-term fix for the water-damaged melamine. I can't think of much that I'd do different if I had another similar job. The main lesson that I've learned is how easily melamine can fail. It's just a press board, man-made press board with a plastic coating, and if it gets wet it swells up and it's toast. I'll never use melamine around water again. Thanks for watching. Take care.